Hi, welcome back. This is A from High Fives, High Vibes Arrow. This is your Taurus, October 2021 love reading. Sign, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus for the sign of Taurus. Thank you for being here, dear Taurus, or welcome back. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Perhaps next month's message is the one for you. But I've always believed in synchronicity, so there must be something in here that you need to hear today. Oh, multiple jobs to provide for your person. Energies are interchangeable, by the way, so just please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Not gender specific. The first three cards that I would get would be your energy. The next would be your partner's energy, not necessarily your lover, your husband, wife, but could also be the person you're eyeing today. Just take what resonates. But I usually say whether I feel that it's for singles or it's for those in a relationship. What's up, dear Taurus? You're very much focused perhaps on your finances, focused on multiple jobs, doing multiple jobs. Ooh! What are you contemplating on? Are you isolating yourself from your friends, from family members, perhaps because you are busy work? You are busy why do I get that feeling that you have been working multiple jobs, or you have been trying to balance your work and your home life? You could be newly married. You are balancing your relationship with your perhaps you have been married for like 1 or 2 years, and you have been working alongside with that, so you haven't gotten much time to focus on your being a housewife, or being focusing on your household, on your home life, on your love life, if I may say, and your married life. And you, much to your excitement to work more jobs, perhaps you are deciding right now to, maybe it's about time for me to have a baby. Maybe it's about time for me to choose one. Should I be leaving behind a corporate job for, let's say, something for I don't know, a business that has something to do with baking, maybe. This card's message is always about a pause, stability. Perhaps you have reached that stable point in your love life, in your relationship, and you are thinking it through. You are contemplating about how to level it up, perhaps how to spice it up. But sometimes the trade-off for this is perhaps you're losing time with your pets, losing time with your family members, with your mom, dad, and perhaps this pandemic has been an opportunity for all of us to reconnect with our family. But you haven't gotten much time to do that because you are focused on work, juggling multiple tasks at hand, and you love to just work because you're an earth sign, Taurus. And that is pretty much your nature. But right now you're having a hard time to balance equal force. You're not having that equal force between your home life and between your work, excuse me. And the trade-off of this card is that you could be isolating yourself, or perhaps you are being stagnant. Know that Four of Cups is always about stability, and just like water, it needs to flow. It should never be stagnant, because once it starts to be stagnant, it influences, or it gives it energetic force within you that you're not growing anymore. You're not you can't overflow. You can never run on empty. And when you can say that it is a balanced kind of connection, balanced love, equal give and take, the water in the cup is overflowing. You must have filled your own cup to feel fulfilled or to feel happy, and once it is overflowing, that's the time you would be able to share it with others. So you may be in that part of your life right now with no much movement, and perhaps you are thinking of spicing things a little bit or working on a new project maybe, but you have come to almost like a stalemate, thinking of not ending things but letting go of things that no longer serve you, or a job that no longer serves you, or a job that no longer brings you happiness. Taurus born individuals are very much connected with the physical realm. Perhaps could be sensuality, could be wealth, and could also be boredom. You are getting bored with doing the same things all over again, feeling that monotony. You are juggling, you are exploring the world, you are doing a lot of things, and yet you feel so monotonous. You feel that monotony in your life. That is what I am getting. You know that you can do a lot, you can do more, you can be more, but somewhere just feels so meh. It may not be something about your love life. It may not be that feeling of meh, may not something to do with your love life, but it may affect your love life. It could be something that is personal, could be work, could be finances, could be whatever you do in your daily tasks. But it affects your love life in a way that perhaps you're losing time, or perhaps your boredom is seeping through. This used to be your energy. I always get this before for the Taurus. Exhaustion. Okay. But now it is in your partner's energy. Your partner's energy seems to be, they seem to be exhausted. Angry. Lashes out on you. Oops. Let me just move that. There are fears surrounding them. Let me just pick it up. Why do I get it again? That they are feeling insecure. Yeah, you always get this, dear Taurus. The person you're dealing with feels like they are blocked. They lack the opportunity. Or they are not being offered the opportunity. They know they can do more. They are a good worker, they know, but they feel like there's not much of an opportunity around them right now. Perhaps it has something to do with the pandemic, and this is something that brings them restlessness, brings them up in their head space, overthinking, or restless, can't sleep perhaps. Cold-blooded. Why do I get that energy from both of you, that your boredom is turning you makes you feel cold? This person, the person you're dealing with, on the other hand, that cold-blooded bitch is waking up within them because of exhaustion. Or perhaps they know they can do more, but they may be, I don't know what's a better word for, maybe they are thinking small. They are ultra focused on what is in front of them, of small circumstances, but really they are fearful to explore. That is what I'm getting. You know, that kind of person who feels like they lack the opportunity, but the truth of the matter is they just don't want to explore. It's not about laziness. I don't think it is laziness, but it is more of they are focused. Look at her. She is just looking at herself in the mirror. But if she goes down the tree, perhaps she could see more. She could be more. She could do more. Two of Wands here is all about that, picking up that wand, having that plan. Perhaps they have figured out something else, but you know that something else, like let's say a job. Perhaps, as I have mentioned a while ago, they may feel like they are losing, they don't have the opportunity. So they find another job, but that new job just falls under the category of, let's say, a low-paying one. Do you get what I mean? I apologize if I stutter or if I pause. English is not my first language, and I hear a lot during readings, and it's in my native tongue. So I hope I am making sense. How do I say it? Your person seems to be focused on thinking that they don't have the opportunities around them, and shall they find a new job, or shall they get out of their comfort zone? It is not something ambitious. It is not something grand. It is just at a level of the type of job that they had before. Let's say, for example, they have graduated, or they have they have master's degree. They know that they are well educated, but they feel like they don't have the opportunity for them. But if you would look closely into how they perceive, their mindset, they don't even explore. They fear applying to jobs. They hate being nervous for a job interview, so they would just settle for another low-paying job. Perhaps they'd rather be underemployed than be ambitious and apply for a demanding job, perhaps that is at the same level of their degree. I hope I'm making sense. They know that they can do more, they can fly more, they can express themselves more, but they just settle. They just stay with. They choose to stay in their comfort zone, fearful of what's out there, fearful of fear, if I may say, and this results to them arguing perhaps with people who gives an advice for them to explore this, to do that. It's just too much for them, and as a result, it brings out the cold-hearted bitch in them. They lash out, perhaps. Could also be self-absorbed or prideful, that they don't want to explore more. So generally, as far as this connection is concerned, you could be married to this person. I strongly feel that you are married to this person. You are juggling multiple jobs, and you feel like you wanted to take a breather. You wanted to pause. You want to let go of those 3 out of 4 jobs and focus on one. Perhaps for some of you, you're also thinking to just stay at home, build a family or have a baby. But perhaps this is what brings you in isolation or in pause mode, in quote unquote stagnant mode, because you are contemplating about, if I choose to be a stay-at-home mom, would my partner be able to provide, or would my partner agree with that? Your partner is very much focused into something else right now, and it has something to do with job, also with providing, but they are not in the right disposition to handle something new. Something big and something new. Let us get more advice, outcome or advice. They are staying with where they are at right now. They are fearful to transcend or to try out something new, but they know they can. Losing that spark, not as it relates to you, spark as in lust for life. It's not that it's affecting you, but you have been married for the longest time, and perhaps it's about time to do something more or to level up. Perhaps you are thinking, I want to rest, I want to decide on what to do, but you just can't do it because you are thinking about your person. Perhaps this has been a rocky marriage. It's time to reevaluate things, reevaluate priorities, reevaluate your goals in life. Otherwise, this may take its toll on the marriage. This may contribute to that rocky marriage that I have mentioned. You are just half the battle. Move fast, move quick. That's what I have just said. Move fast, move quick. Whatever it is that you're thinking about in terms of your mutual goals, do it now. That is what I am getting. Move fast, move quick. New idea, working on a new idea, having that unbridled ambition to do it. If ever you are thinking about quitting 3 of your 4 jobs, then do it, because you are at the risk of having that stagnant, staying in your comfort zone. And when you stay in your comfort zone, remember, what I have mentioned a while ago, the cup will not overflow. A stagnant water is not good. I always say listen to your heart, but in this case, it seems like whatever idea that you are brewing in your mind, do it now. Or perhaps that is also one of the signs of your intuition talking. The first thing that pop up in your mind, that's the thing that you have to do. It's time to reevaluate, assess the situation. This is you have reached the end of the line. You have reached the gate to the heavens. What is it that you have been doing that doesn't bring you joy? What is it that you have been doing that you think you need to change? You need to spice things up a little bit, or the key to your happiness. Is happiness one of your goals, one of your desires? Then what can you do right now to achieve that? Okay, let us get what the universe wants you to do. It's a point for reflection, a call for reflection, a call for fast movement, to run fast. Fast movement and seek that stability. If you're single, it's the same. You could be bored, you could be feeling stagnant. It's time to spice things up. It's time to choose, it's time to make that decision, or it's time to reflect on the struggles. Shall you if you are experiencing that struggle with work-life balance or juggling things or multitasking, what needs to be let go of? Or are you isolating yourself? You're not putting yourself out there. The person you are about to meet, if you are single, maybe currently working on themselves too, trying to get past that fear of putting themselves out there too. So this person would be somebody, they could be also working on how they communicate, and how they could be a writer, they could be a lawyer, or something in the profession that requires much thinking. And you may soon, I'm not sure if soon, you are about to meet them. They are kind of focused on themselves, and now is not the right time yet. Perhaps it's not yet the right time for you to meet each other, but you are, because one, you are inside your shell yet still, and two, this person is still thinking about themselves, almost like self-absorbed, and perhaps they have fears on getting into that path that leads to you. Advice, whether you're single, it's time to reflect on where you are at now. What is the key? What are your truest desires, and what could be the key? What are the action steps you need to do to get to those desires? Relevant to this, how can you spice things up? Do you really need to juggle multiple jobs? And whatever it is that you are thinking about and doing, as far as your desires are concerned, it's time to do it, and run fast, run quick. Reflect on your actions before you ride that origami bird. It could be fleeting. So tiny triumphs, wonderful. Best for a Taurus born individual. Give yourself a pat in the back for whatever it is that you have accomplished, for all your achievements, even for your person. If your person feels fearful about transcending or doing things apart from what they have been doing, give yourself a pat in the back and celebrate. Perhaps you have been working so hard, your Taurus, and your partner too. That's why I always relate to this as exhaustion, because you will never be a cold-hearted bitch. A queen is always sensitive, receptive. They are empathetic. Queens are empathetic, abundant, and when you're out of balance, when your emotions are out of whack, and you don't have that enough rest, especially resting the mind or meditation, you don't meditate, most of the time you are this cold-hearted bitch. I have never believed, I always believed, perhaps you don't subscribe to the idea that humans are inherently good, but I always hold on to that. Hence, this reversed energy here. Perhaps your partner is not willing to see their truth, or they have their own version of truth, or they are pursuing something else that makes you feel that they are being distant with you. Perhaps they are trying to pursue something that they just want to be left alone, or to do it on their own. Regardless of wherever your partner is coming from, I strongly feel that perhaps this card pops up because you're invited to give that self-love, self-care, or a pat in the back for yourself, because you may be exhausted too, or your cups are being stagnant. It's not overflowing right now. It's not in a flow state, in a rhythmic state. So perhaps this simple trick of give yourself a pat in the back and acknowledging all your efforts, acknowledging all your triumphs, small triumphs, tiny wins, will will channel that gratitude inside of you and joy. And once you have made that or help yourself with that, you will be able to fill your own cup and make it overflow, so it can be extended to your partner who seems to be needing some pat in the back too right now. Okay, so I guess I would have to leave it at that, dear Taurus. Please like, share, and subscribe if you would want to be updated with more readings. Perhaps I would be doing finally this month a surprise reading for the zodiac signs, and continuation of this reading is in the link in the description box below. I hope to see you next time. See you soon. My name is A, and bye bye, Taurus.